Hi guys, welcome back to my Patreon channel. How are you? I've tried to film this little clip like 4 times and this camera just keeps shutting off and it's not even recording the information even though it says it is. So I'm probably going to try and talk quick so that hopefully it doesn't happen again, and I'll probably have to go to Best Buy today. But I wanted to come on here and start this video before yesterday's clip starts, which is the video for my Patreon channel today, and explain a little bit about like what was going on and why you'll probably see me in a demeanor that you haven't seen me before, like on my YouTube channel. Maybe you've seen a little bit of it here on my Patreon channel, but yesterday's video was filmed after we left Kirk and I left our second marriage counseling appointment. I am the kind of person that like when I feel or think something, like I bring it up and I say it, I don't hold back. And so like as I'm rewatching the footage from yesterday, I'm like, I kind of come off like rude and bitchy, just to say it bluntly, and it's probably like something that you haven't seen of me on my YouTube channel before, and this is content that I would never put up on my YouTube channel because I have families that watch with their kids and things like that, and so there's a huge difference on what you're seeing here on my Patreon channel. It's like real life hard crap that we are trudging through, and I don't know, you know, what the end result is going to be, but this is just where we are today. And so I wanted to let you guys know, like, I seem like rude, and I don't even know if I need to tell you guys, like, if you guys are like, she has every reason to be the way she is, like talking to him or responding to him. And I'm not like trying to be ugly, but it's just how I am feeling, you know, talking about the things that we're talking about. So I wanted to come on here and just put this in here before the video starts so you can kind of know, like, it was literally, we had our therapy, got in the car and turned on the camera. So it's like very candid, raw, real stuff. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about the situation that we're talking about and like Kirk's response to it and my thoughts on it. I would love like outside opinions because like I love you guys and I respect you guys, and I know a lot of you guys have dealt with maybe similar issues. So let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna go ahead and start the video now. I love you guys. We just went to our second marriage counseling, and
I'm all sweaty again.
Our therapist, he said
it doesn't seem as tense.
Which I didn't think it seemed.
I didn't think it seemed tense last time either. I mean, well,
maybe he was tense or something. I don't know. What?
You did cry a little bit.
Last time?
Yeah.
Today we talked about love languages, which that's a book. There's a book called The 5 Love Languages, which I think everybody knows that. I feel like it's almost like a household name book, maybe. Let me know, have you guys heard of it? Kirk and I did read it and take like the love language quiz a long time ago before he did a lot of damage. Or my like top 2 is acts of service and words of affirmation. And Kirk, what are yours?
Words of affirmation and quality time.
So Kirk was like, do you want to film again like we did on the drive to therapy because our lives are so busy? And I was like, yeah, that's a really good idea, because I was gonna film a video yesterday, I think, after my dentist appointment, but then I was in so much pain, you guys. It hurt really bad. I had to get a crown worked on, yeah. And they had to keep numbing me, so I feel like my jaw is in pain from the shots maybe, and then they had to like pack this cord around my gums to make the impression, and I feel like that tore up my gums too. So whenever I got home, I was not in the mood to talk at all. I didn't even want to like do one-word answers to my kids. I was like, that, so I didn't get to film. So Kirk didn't like my Patreon channel at first, he said. And then I was like, well, you can go watch everything. I don't care. Like, you can use my computer and watch everything, like, so that he could see that I wasn't, like, just bashing him. And he never asked to see my computer, so I didn't think anything of it. this is the secretive stuff we're talking about that I always find out. So I was making a Patreon post and he was sitting next to me on my couch and I made it public and suddenly his phone dings. And I was like, that's weird. And I looked over and it was a notification from Patreon and I was like, whenever somebody signs up, I get an email. It says their name and I can do like a welcome message and like say thank you for becoming a Patreon member and all of that. And I never got one that said that Kirk signed up for Patreon. And he never told me that he signed up for Patreon. So then what happened?
Well, you were just asking me, and I'm like, in my head, like you said you didn't care, but then you had never shown me, so I just was like, alright, well, I'm curious, so I went and signed up anonymously.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. I'm like, well, nobody named Kirk signed up. And he's like, well, I did it anonymously. I'm like, then clearly you were being secretive and hiding. Because if you weren't, you would have just signed up with Kirk, which you didn't do.
Nope.
So, yeah. Yeah, I was annoyed by that. And then I can't remember what happened after that. I was like, I said that you can watch them for free on my computer because they're there. You don't have to pay. And yeah, but why did I bring that up? What was my
I don't know,
point?
probably just like the secretive nature of it and like to...
Well, yeah, you're saying that I said that you could do it, not sign up. You're acknowledging that I said I don't care if you watch them because I have nothing to hide. But then you're going and anonymously signing up, which is secretive. The only way that I knew that you did it is you got a notification by chance when you were next to me. And so that to me shows like, oh, I'm still willing to have secrets. I'm sitting here like, intentionally creating an account because it's not like you just go hit play on Patreon. Right. You have to sit there.
No, you're right. You know what I mean? And
so how can you like sit there and do that and then like tell me I'm being different, I'm being honest?
Well, when you had asked me about it, I didn't try to lie about it.
How could you lie? I mean literally, how could you lie when you get a notification on your phone from Patreon from me? How could you lie?
Well, I mean, I guess you couldn't.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like in the past I would have tried to come up with some kind of excuse. But no, I mean...
You did come up with an excuse. Your excuse was, you said that I could. I never said, yeah, go create your own Patreon account. I said, you can use my computer and watch the videos. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys are learning the thing that he does is lies.
Yeah,
a lot.
I had said that in the first video.
You did? I can't remember
I mean, I feel like I did.
What we talked about in the first video.
Hiding everything and covering everything up, and I mean, like I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, this is the next day and I'm gonna be perfect. I mean, it's been a pattern and I don't know. I guess I don't know if that's the right word, but it's been a character trait or whatever for close to 30 years. Not that makes it okay, but
my battery is blinking, so we're gonna have to end this.
Like that whole process of like not answering things or not doing things without thinking about them first and being like, oh, okay, you know, like actually, well, and like the counselor that I was talking to was like,
the one at your treatment center?
Yeah, you know, it was like when I had brought this up to her, like in my head, like I said, in my head, when I was doing it, I didn't feel like it was like deceitful.
Oh, you talked to your counselor about the Patreon thing?
Yeah.
Oh, what did she say about it?
I told you I did. you know, I told her, I said, like, I don't feel like I was being deceitful. And then she had kind of brought up the same thing that you did. She's like, well, if it wasn't deceitful, then like, why wouldn't you just put your name? And I'm like, well, I guess I just kind of thought that would be weird. And like, my initial thought was,
it's not more weird to anonymously
like,
sign up for your wife's Patreon account?
When I first,
that's not more weird.
When I first did it, I was like, well, I don't know. Like, I didn't know if like everybody that subscribes sees like the people's name and stuff. And so like, in my head, I guess I was telling myself.
Okay, so if that was the case and that was the reason, why didn't you say, I went and signed up on Patreon so I could watch the videos. I just want you to know that I'm the anonymous person.
Well, that was one of the things that she had brought up. Like, my initial thing was like not wanting to create an awkward commenting, or at least that's kind of what I had told myself. Like, if everybody else sees it, then it'll create an awkward situation for Amy. That was probably more or less just to like justify the way that I felt, I guess. She had told me, she said that, you know, like, she can completely see how it would seem deceitful, and she said at least for like the next year, if you have to do something that you're not gonna tell anybody about, you need to tell somebody about it. Alright guys, sorry the battery died on the camera yesterday when we were in Anchorage, in the middle kind of that conversation, but I'm just going to go ahead and end the video here. I am home working, editing videos for YouTube and clients, and here on my Patreon. Kirk took the kids to the gym, so they're all out of the house, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.